Okie dokie. It is 10:10 p.m. on the East Coast. And I hope everybody had a good weekend. Good times all around, I hope. I was not feeling particularly well. Did not stream yesterday. So we're going to pretend it's still Sunday. Probably a shorter stream tonight. But it is time for the ever elusive the ever rare Monday stream. Or pretend Sunday stream. Whichever one you want to call it. We are here. I am still getting set up a bit here. Lots of shit going on. Lots to talk about, I suppose, but so little time indeed. Well, I know what I'm going to start with. But all right, well, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Get started with everything. So there are a couple things, right? I mean, the big looming topic is, of course, the war in Iran. Setting the stage for World War III, if you will. Seems like things are... I don't even know anymore. Like, I can't even... I can't even really figure out like what the fuck this motherfucker plans on doing. I mean, like, it seems like we're moving towards boots on the ground, but everybody is like pretending we're not. So, not quite sure how that's supposed to work out. I think Trump did a he did something today, right? Was it a speech or a press conference? Something like that. Let's see. I think it was a press conference. Oh boy. I know he set like some weird deadline. Let me see if I can find his like Easter morning tweet. Or his Easter morning truth, I should say. Here we go. A real classic from Donald Trump over here. I'm not even sure what you make of this shit at this point. Like, this is our fucking president, dog. I'm not even sure how relevant this threat still is because he changes his mind every 20 minutes. But he tweeted this on Easter. Or he truthed this on Easter. I keep fucking it up. I keep fucking it up. It's Truth. He's on Truth Social. I keep debating whether or not I should make a Truth Social account to try and like keep up with Trump, but God, no. Also, I am just fascinated about like social media spaces and that kind of thing. So Truth Social is kind of the white whale, you know, kind of the forbidden fruit, if you will. The forbidden fruit that will poison you. It's like 10 times worse than fucking Twitter. But I am so curious to see how they get down over there. I really am. I'm so curious. What do the truth socials get up to? What do the truth socialers get up to on a daily basis? I do wonder. But Trump tweeted God, he fuck it, whatever. He posted this. Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah. President Donald J. Trump. I did a video recently, and you should go watch it if you haven't. But it was Adam Sosnick getting his ass handed to him by Dave Smith on Piers Morgan, right? And at the end of that debate, Adam signs off with Alu Akbar, Dave, right? Like that's what he says. And there is just this so just disgustingly Islamophobic, gross ass, just I don't even know. Like it's just so disgusting the way they mock these people, the way they just like are like, I will mock your religion, I will mock everything about you. I will mock like it's like Muslims are people. Like what are you doing? Like they're human beings. Like you're being so fucking ridiculous. And if anybody ever did that to like Christianity or Judaism or anything like that, you would lose your fucking mind over it. Just fucking pisses me off the way they like love to be like, oh, Allah Akbar or praise be to Allah. Like, shut the fuck up. You're literally just mocking them. And it's the most disgusting thing. And it's so humiliating. It's actually just so humiliating. You're the fucking president. Like I watched Adam Sosnick do that shit and it was like, that's fucking disgusting. But fucking hell, this is the example our president is setting, so who's surprised that Adam Sosnick decides to be an Islamophobic piece of shit without any care in the world? Randy Fine gets to walk around and do whatever the fuck he wants, so who cares? It's so stupid. Like I it drives me fucking insane. But yeah, this is just straight up a threat of terrorism. Another point in that debate was fucking Dave Smith talking about how America is, just like a terrorist organization or like a sponsor of terrorism, which is true. It's just true. And I don't know how you can see a post like this from our commander in chief, from our president, our El Presidente. You can see this shit, this fucking like we are going to literally bomb your infrastructure. They're talking about bombing them back to the Stone Ages. Like, I thought you were going to liberate the people of Iran. What happened to that angle of attack? You just completely abandoned that, huh? I mean, we all knew it wasn't true. But you really could have stuck to that a little bit longer, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah, just awesome. Great. Fantastic. Tweets this on Easter or posts this on Easter. And tomorrow's Tuesday. I don't know what his fucking plan is. I guess we'll find out. I hope he does not go through with his plan to bomb them and destroy their infrastructure, as that would be insane. We've already destroyed one bridge in Iran. From what I understand, it connected like two major cities, so that's cool. We're so cool. Like I guess like, do you feel big and bad now? Like you bombed a bridge. Congratulations. It's like it's meant to be a display of like power and a display of like, like, oh, look at what we can do and shit like that. And it's just it's just a cruel act. Like you don't give a fuck about the people. You don't give a fuck about the actual citizens of Iran, which we knew. We already knew that. But fuck, you're just saying fuck it. It's almost incredible, but it is just I didn't think it could get worse. Like I didn't think we I figured we'd do this shit, but I figured we wouldn't get to the point where he would just be outright saying that he's going to be doing, fucking acts of terrorism. Like I figured he'd still be coaching that shit a little bit. He'd still be sort of making that shit a little bit more palatable like all politicians do, but nope. I don't know why I expected even that from him. I really don't. I don't know I don't know why I thought this man had that in him. So, okay. Jesus fucking Christ. And then the fucking what are these fucking points? Someone said I don't see this on his official Twitter page. This has to be fake. Well, it wasn't on Twitter, friend. It's called True Social. He doesn't use Twitter. Even though he is unbanned now, he does not use Twitter. All right. Awesome. Sick. So, there's that. There's that shit. And then there's let's see. God, there's so much. Oh. God, what have I done? I've fucking okay, there we go. I clicked something and I was like, oh god. Oh god. It's alright, I fixed it. It's all good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. God, we've still got we've still got a lot of like I'll come back to this. I'll come back to this. Hold on. A little unprepared tonight, but bear with me. So I make my way through this. Yeah, I don't think he's backed down from his threat of throwing up their bridges and shit. I think this is from his press conference earlier.
Unbelievably well, well at a level that nobody's ever seen before. The entire country can be taken out in one night, and that night might be tomorrow night.
President Trump says Iran is running.
Like, we're talking about the entirety. Like, he's talking about bombing the entirety of their power, taking out their power, and taking out their bridges and infrastructure. So, taking out their power, so they have no power. Like, we're talking like blackouts across the country, I presume. And then taking out the infrastructure. So, any chance they have of addressing the issues from the power outages is going to be diminished vastly. all that to say, you're you just want to destroy them. You just want to completely destroy them. You just want to completely destroy them. You want to just make their lives a living hell. And it's seemingly for no reason. Like, I don't understand the reason for this. I mean, like, the reason is it's Trump, right? The reason it's Trump, Israel got involved. I understand the reason. But I don't understand, like, the reason for... I will never be able to wrap my head around the concept of just being so very cruel for no fucking reason, because I'm not a fucking lunatic. Right? I'm not an insane person. So I don't fucking get it when you get up here and you're like, I'm gonna bomb all of their fucking infrastructure to fucking smithereens. To me, that just seems like a cruel and unnecessary act that gets you no closer to your stated goal. So what is the what's the play here, brother? What's the play here? He also did this fucking shit on Easter too, where he's just fucking like, does this man just like I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. Like, I cannot believe we have over 2 years left of this shit. I don't think we're gonna make it, man.
Sir. How's the airman maneuver? Has Tuesday your final deadline? Fire proposal from this morning.
I've seen every proposal you can imagine. More proposals.
Is Tuesday your final deadline? Is Tuesday at 8 p.m. your final deadline?
Yeah.
Mr. President, if Iran does not meet your demands, Mr. President, are you willing to continue the war?
Well, you'll have to watch.
Given your reasons, are you committed to committing
It's an easy question. The answer is yes, but you'll have to watch.
What do you think of the latest proposal?
They've made a proposal, and it's a significant proposal. It's a significant step. It's not good enough, but it's a very significant step. They have made, they're negotiating now, and they've made a very significant step. We'll see what happens.
Have you spoken with Keir Starmer also? Do you believe the UK can resurrect like Jesus this Easter weekend?
Well, that's what they need. They have a long way to go. The UK has a long way to go.
You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's something a little dystopian about the full-on, like, jazz band in the back. Okay. Fuck it, why not? We ball. God damn. Like, you couldn't have picked a better place, a better time to answer questions, my guy. It had to be right here, right now. Oh, beautiful, incredible. No, I love it. I'm actually totally here for it. Why the fuck not?
We don't want another Neville Chamberlain. Do we agree? We don't want.
We don't want another Neville Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain.
Mr. President, how is the airman that was rescued doing?
He's doing really well. They're both doing well. You know, it was two, and we held off the one because if they would have known we had him, so we held off the one. They are both recovering very well. They were both injured, and they're doing well.
Yeah, that was a whole thing that happened too. I mean, we had like two fucking... Oh man, they did like a whole rescue mission, I guess. Which, I mean, oh Jesus, I like just I don't know, man. Obviously, if Iran had been able to get this guy before we were able to retrieve him, it would have meant sort of being able to have some leverage perhaps in this discussion, a little bit more of a leg up. Not saying that would have been a total bad thing, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, sucks to suck for him, I guess, but respectfully comes with the territory, I think. Don't know what to tell you. I think you'd be okay.
What else?
You said that Iran had no anti-aircraft equipment. How were they able to drop those?
Well, you know what? When you do thousands and thousands of flights and you have one plane shot down and not mortally, the two pilots got out, they got a little bit lucky. And you know what? In war, you need a little bit of luck also. They got a little bit lucky. That's all they got.
Ending the war. What's stopping you?
Like, he's just not saying it. He just says, like, okay, fuck it. All right, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I hate this man so much. I hate him so much. He is literally threatening to do fucking war crimes on the main in broad daylight with no repercussions whatsoever, and he's just gonna be able to do it. Like, he's just gonna be able to do it. Like, if he wants to do it, he'll just do it. There's no one who's gonna stop him. There's no one who's going to put an end to it. He'll just do it. And it'll be fucking awful. And the fucking world will suffer the consequences. I mean, it's kind of insane. Like, I mean, it is insane. Like, it's not kind of insane. Okay. God, what a fucking mess, dude. Alright, let's move on to the Kanye stuff before I lose my goddamn mind. Ha ha. Ha ha. Kanye. Let's just get into this, okay? Let's just rip the band-aid off. So, Kanye West did his big apology, was it late last year, possibly earlier this year? I don't remember exactly when. But he did his big, I'm sorry for being a fucking Nazi apology. And I guess a lot of people maybe took that shit a little bit seriously, and I'm not saying that we cannot give people grace. People cannot be forgiven. That is not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I say the opposite of that. However, this is not one of those times where I say that. So, Kanye recently, I'm sorry, what the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry, I just saw something that I guess, maybe we'll take a look at that later. Sorry, I got very distracted. Oh my god, dude, this is just so fucking... Okay, let me start over here. Let's go back a minute here. Okay. Kanye West has spent, I don't even know, the better part of the last decade at this point being what's the word? Problematic, to put it lightly, very lightly. Controversial. A Nazi. He made a song called Hail Hitler. And it's not, it's exactly what you think it is. It's fucking I will say that song is extra cursed because it is a bit of an earworm. Like, it can get stuck in your head, and then you just have literally just like Heil Hitler in your head going, and it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? This is actually my worst nightmare. I cannot tell you how many times this has occurred to me. This has, like, I cannot tell you how many times this has happened to me, actually, and it makes me very upset. Like, truly Kanye's biggest crime. um, I just, so he did an apology, and let me see if I can actually find the apology, because I didn't like read it. I had considered doing a video on this when it happened, but didn't get around to it. A lot of shit going on. Oh, TMZ coming in fucking clutch. Would you look at that? TMZ has a literal TMZ is literally has the fucking like PDF file just uploaded. That's fucking incredible. I love the internet, man. I love the internet. Like this, I live for this shit. I cannot lie to you. Truly the dark, truly the light truly the light in my darkness. Just fucking hell. All right. So this letter, Monday, January 28th, 2026. So it was earlier this year. To those I've hurt, by Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. And I am just gonna read it. I am just gonna read through it. We're gonna give this whole conversation its full breath here. But he says, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to the right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my skull, went unnoticed. Comprehensive scans were not done, neurological exams were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system. Denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off, when in fact, this is a very serious, debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization and Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have a life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average, and a 2 to 3 times higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. The scariest thing about this disorder is how pervasive. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is. When it tells you you don't need help, it makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. What? Oh my god, sorry. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight. You feel powerful, certain, and unstoppable. I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and exhaustion of trying to love someone who was, at times, unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika. Alright, here we go. And even sold t-shirts bearing it. One of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall, that lead to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like a out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state, and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did, though. I am not a Nazi or an anti Semite. I love Jewish people. To the black community, which held me down through all of the highs and lows and the darkest of times, the black community is unquestionably the foundation of who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore. Having bipolar disorder is not a state of constant mental illness. When you go into the manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you are not in an episode, you are completely normal. And that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I have found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Okay. Different people speak of being in manic or depressive episodes of a similar nature. I read their stories and realized that I was not alone. It was not just me who ruins their entire life once a year despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I am not bipolar, but merely experiencing symptoms of autism. Okay. My words as a leader in my community have real global impact and influence in my media. I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regime of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound, much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. With love, yay. Give me a second. I need a drink of water. Okay. All right. So, a lot to take in there. I do want to just be clear. I don't claim to know his experiences. I don't claim to know what he has been going through. I can only make assessments based on what I have seen in the public, see what he has done in public. First and foremost, there are a lot of people who have to deal with the same things, right? There are a lot of people who have to deal with the same things. There are other people who are bipolar. They are not. They did not become Nazis. I'm not saying he could never sort of change or be forgiven or anything like that, but this is one of those things that requires time and continued demonstration of changed behavior. Like, we need to see you be in a healthy, like, good place for a significant amount of time. Like, like it cannot be it cannot be like a half-assed whatever. My question is, why did it take so long to get him adequate help? To me, that feels like a failure on the people in his life, on the doctors. Obviously, if what he is saying is accurate and they were misdiagnosing him, then that obviously is, playing a part, and it's important to sort of get it's important to get other opinions. Kanye West definitely had that option available to him. I don't know how many doctors he has seen. I assume multiple, but it's it is interesting to me that it took this long for him to get help. I don't know what the circumstances were, and I would be interested in sort of knowing what the people in his life were doing. You know, like how were they managing this? How were they helping him? How were they sort of navigating this? Were they trying to get him help and he just was not, cooperating, which is possible? Or were they not particularly invested in getting him any help? I mean, it is just possible that he was not in a place where he was receptive to that. And now he is. But I don't know for sure. That's my question, I guess. But the important thing, I think the main thing is that you still latched on to, being a Nazi. um I don't know. I don't know how available his song is that he made, his Heil Hitler song. I'm not sure how available it is. I don't know what streaming platforms it is on, but I think starting with getting that removed from any streaming platform it is on would be a good starting point so that you are no longer making money off of it. Um, Perhaps donating any money you are making off of it would be a good step in the right direction. Um, like there are definitely sort of, actions, and some of these things are definitely performative, but I do think that this is one of those scenarios where being performative is kind of the goal almost. Like I want to see you do good things. I want to see you make steps to sort of balance out the harm you have done. And I mean, I hope that you are genuine when you take those actions, but ultimately, I care more about your actual output, your actual tangible output. And so if your output is more positive and you are, making positive changes, I don't really care what your intentions are. If you don't, genuinely feel that way and you're just doing it for the fucking, you know, to make yourself look better, it's like whatever, I guess, as long as you're no longer being fucking harmful. Um, so why are we talking about Kanye? Like, why did this shit fucking come up? Basically, he's had a concert of some sort, I believe. He's making a comeback, which is not surprising. I mean, that letter was basically the soft launch of his redemption arc. And I will just say one thing to be sort of clear about is nobody actually cares about this. I mean, like people like me care, I guess. People like me are like, we should probably not be giving Kanye money right now. We should probably not be going to his concerts, and like I think he should probably work a little bit before he gets back to that status. But at the end of the day, people just kind of don't care, especially about shit like anti-Semitism, racism, just general sort of shittery. They don't care. If they can get their treats, if they can get their good time in, they'll sort of let it go. That is the American way, I fear. Um uh so I guess he did 2 sold out shows in Los Angeles this past week, earning 33 million. I don't know how accurate this although they linked to Bloomberg, so it's probably pretty accurate. His Friday show alone earned 18 million, one of the highest grossing single concerts in live music history. Again, a man with a song called Heil Hitler. A man with years of just awful shit, okay? Just being a general piece of shit. And you can say that, his mental illness explains that, but it doesn't excuse it. It does not make it so that he should just be able to come back and have all these concerts and shit and just like have people be, right there just to celebrate him. But that's just kind of where we are. Like that really is the fucking world. I mean, it kind of sucks because I don't think he's going to have any real change if there are no real consequences to what he did. He has no motivation to change, to make any real progress. I mean, other than perhaps like whatever personal motivations he may have, there's no real motivation other than like people will stop yelling at him in public, So like he's not suffered any real losses in any way. He's able to come back and have like huge ass concerts. And it's just kind of it's because he's such a huge artist, and it's just kind of people don't care about anti-Semitism and that kind of thing and other shit. And then you have like, Rockstar Energy becomes the fourth brand to distance itself from Wireless Festival following news Kanye West will headline. It joins Pepsi, Diageo, and PayPal. So now you have like so now you have people companies trying to like distance themselves from him, but I don't know how much this is actually going to like last, to be honest with you. Like I give it like a year before they don't really give a fuck. Before it doesn't really matter to them if Kanye West is headlining the event or not. It'll get to a point where they're just like, oh well, whatever, fuck it, because they'll realize that people don't care. They'll realize that the general public does not care because we are like, people are kind of awful. People kind of suck. And like I said, if they can get their treats, if they can get their goodies, then it doesn't matter. And music is one of their goodies. Music is one of the goodies that people get to enjoy. Concerts, one of the goodies. Going to see their favorite artist perform, that's like one of the big things that people get to do. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's an odd time, I must say. And then this was in the same sort of vein. This was in the same vein, but we have Lil Nas X has been granted entry into a 2-year mental health diversion program to resolve his battery charges. The judge's decision was reportedly influenced by his subsequent diagnosis of bipolar disorder. So again, like, I mean, I just think that the sort of we have seen, like, the updates from Lil Nas X have been, in my opinion, very positive in regards to his mental illness and where he is sort of going. Like, it does seem like he's getting the treatment he needs and he's getting the support that he needs, and that is all I can really ask for. So I just want to sort of demonstrate, I guess, like, these two sort of differences here. And I imagine that when Lil Nas X comes back to music, or like if he comes back to music, I don't know that, you know, obviously he's not as big of a sort of star as Kanye, I suppose, but like I don't know if he's gonna get the same reception, you know. Um I do think there's also something to be said about a perhaps change in Kanye's audience, a shift. Um like I do think that Kanye going full Nazi probably gained him the support of some of the most awful people online. I mean, we've seen the kind of people who like to play his song. But it is just this interesting parallel, I guess, between these sort of two. And I guess we'll see if if this is sort of if there is like a positive sort of development and outcome here for Little Nas X, which I think there will be. I again I have from what I have been seeing, it does seem like he is getting the support and the help that he needs, which is what should have happened for Kanye. Um but it's not what happened for some reason. There was one more thing I wanted to see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. So I guess this is a video from the concert. Now I don't want to make like snap judgments here, you know, based off of one video, but there's observations I am making about this audience. That's all I'm going to say. Like I'm like look at them. This is Kanye's audience now. I don't know, man. God, my ass is getting so anxious just watching this. Like I don't do concerts, dude. I love music, not a concert goer. But yeah. Um yeah, someone said Kanye's fan base is oh god. Kanye's fan base is so far from what it was in the college dropout era that is actually worth writing an academic article about. And I kind of agree. I kind of agree. We got some it's an interesting, you know, I think things have developed, things have changed. And we'll see where the new era takes Kanye. I guess he'll probably be fine because at the end of the day, I don't think his new audience is going to care too much about him possibly sort of reining it back in a little bit. So like he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. But it's kind of annoying. It kind of says a lot about just us, I guess. And it just once again proves that cancel culture is not fucking real. I don't want to hear anybody bitching about cancel culture ever. Ever again. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, not last week. I don't want to hear it. We're done. It's over. Wrap it up. Okay. A couple more things and then I'm probably going to end the stream here. God damn it. I don't think I saved that. But we have had. We'll get into this real quick because this event, the event that sparked all of this, is happening tomorrow. Right now, Hassan Piker is in the state of Michigan, and we have had a big old wave of Hassan derangement syndrome the last couple weeks, right? It's been a lot of people asking people to condemn Hassan, which is not anything new, but more mainstream media has seemingly gotten in on it. You've got this lady from the Bulwark who cannot get over it. She's struggling. She's having a rough ass time when it comes to Hassan Piker being in the Democratic coalition or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I gotta be honest with you. Whenever this shit happens, whenever this bullshit happens, all I fucking hear is a lot of people who don't want people who are too far to the left, right? Like, that's it. You don't want people who are too far to the left, and you don't want the Democrats moving too far to the left. God forbid I want free healthcare. God forbid I want America to stop being an imperial fucking disaster force that is destroying the world. God forbid. God forbid. But because of that, you don't want me in the party. And it's very funny because if I don't vote Democrat, if I decide to take my vote and go home, they'll be blaming me when they lose the election, right? They'll be blaming the left. They'll be blaming people who decided that, oh, okay, fine. You don't want to move in my direction at all. You don't want to hear me out even. Then fuck it. I'm packing up and going home, and when fucking election day rolls around, you're on your own. If I say that shit, I'll be branded as the bad guy. I'll be branded as the reason that we lost the election. And they'll spend 2 fucking years bitching about it. And it genuinely pisses me off. It genuinely makes me want to lose my mind. It's so this woman, I guess her name is Sarah Longwell, and I don't pay attention to these people, but I feel like she's doing all of this to shill her new book, if I'm being honest with you. She wrote this book. It's called How to Eat an Elephant, One Voter at a Time, and it's supposed to be about, like, I guess, like, how to defeat the Republican Party or whatever. And from what I understand, her advice has not exactly been worthwhile in the past. But she's also not really she's like barely a Democrat, if we're being honest with you. And she has been on one about Hassan. So to the point where even Ryan Grimm is like, I'm gonna have to fucking mute you, bitch. Which I thought was very funny. Like she responded to this and she's like, how is she doing this without going on DSA podcasts? And she means Hassan's, which is funny because Hassan's not even like an official DSA member. But you know, I mean, he's like he's like a spiritual member, I guess, but he's not like an official one. But that is what she is, you know, referring to here. And even Ryan Grimm is like, okay, you gotta move on, dude. You gotta chill. And I just, when you have like other fucking reporters who are like, hey man, this is kind of crazy. Like it gets to the point where it's like, you're not a serious person. You are not a serious person. And then she tried to pull this, 3D chess move of being like, or 4D chess move of being like, Hassan's not even that popular. And it's like, okay, so why are you bitching about him? Like, why are we doing this? It's because you don't want people who are to the left of you. It's because you don't want actual leftists in the party, and you want to alienate them. And you're trying to do so by pushing Hassan out of the party and making a show of it and showing that you don't want leftists in the party. Like, Hassan's the sacrificial lamb. They make a show of it. They make a spectacle of it. And they make it so that everybody else who's watching realizes they don't belong here. It's almost like watching Jillian Michaels come to the realization that because she's gay and has a black daughter and isn't, isn't like a crazy religious person, like isn't religious at all. It's like watching her come to the realization that, the Republican Party doesn't fuck with her, which she does every 5 months, and then she kind of pushes it away. She pushes the thought away. She tries to forget it. And so it's just like that. It's like doing that, but instead of, pushing the thought away, we tend to just kind of be literally fuck you, I'm not going anywhere, which I guess, it is what it is. Also, she retweets fucking Destiny. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Hello? Hello? Literal sex pest. Are you kidding me? I think maybe you're not a serious person. Oh my god, I can't believe this. I hate this shit. I hate this shit so much. I don't care if you have your own opinions. I don't care if you don't fuck with Hassan. But if you're not gonna fuck with Hassan, let it be based on real things that actually matter. Don't let it be based on clips that were taken out of context. Don't let it be based on stuff that he said years ago. Don't let it be based on jokes that he said. Just let it be based on actual real shit. Find an actual real reason that you don't like Hassan Piker and let it be based on that. Don't let it be based on made up bullshit. It is truly just the most infuriating thing. The man is not shy about his opinions. I'm sure that you can probably find something you disagree with him on if you look hard enough. So fucking have at it. Find a real viewpoint that he has and take issue with it. It is so ridiculous. That is the most infuriating part about all of this, is that it's not even based on reality 95% of the time. And then the 5% of the time that it is, it's based on something taken out of context or twisted to be a certain way. And it's like, you really can't do that. You cannot do that and then expect me to operate and think that you are operating in good faith. You cannot expect me to take you at your word when you are out here smearing a person who is, by all accounts, not even that harmful. Not even that problematic. What is Hassan truly doing that has you that riled up, other than being anti-Zionist, other than being anti-Israel, other than being anti-America, which you should be. You should be. It's just so silly. It's silly, and we do this song and dance over and over and over again. And they're really trying their big one this time, and I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna continue to be the type of thing that just sheds more light on Hassan, gives him more attention, gives him more credibility at the end of the day, because 95% of the time he has the popular opinion, especially when it comes to Israel. Especially when it comes to like universal health care, especially when it comes to just most issues. Most issues he has the popular opinion on, and you are literally going against the popular opinion. So even if it's just for your own fucking self-preservation, for your own goddamn career, for your own legitimacy, like fucking eat it, eat it. Just swallow the fucking bullet and get on with it. I'm tired. It is 2026. We need to move on. We need to move on from this bullshit. We need to move on from the just blatant attempts, and I'm not even getting into the more like nefarious aspects of the attacks on Hassan, which really do try and lead into him being Muslim and being Turkish, and just like really trying to like hammer home the Islamophobia, because they do that shit too. Like they love to do that shit. And it's just so disgusting. It is so disgusting. Once again, like I don't care when it comes to anybody, if you don't like them for a legitimate reason, that's fine. But don't make shit up. Don't come to the table with a half-baked idea that you pulled out of fucking nowhere. Find a real reason and stand on that. But the problem is, you don't want to. You don't want to do that. You think it'll be easier to take shots at him from places that are not legitimate, from places that fly directly in the face of his actual beliefs and actual ideology. And you just want to really try and make him look like he's an anti-Semite or he's whatever. And it's just like, do you think people are stupid? And it's the same issue I have with the Democratic Party, in that they think I'm stupid. Like that was a big issue I had with like the Biden administration, was how dumb they thought we were. It got to a point where I was just like, if you're just gonna do this shit, just fucking do it. But at least don't lie to me and treat me like I'm a fucking child and I can't see through the shit that you're saying. When you go after Hassan with these bullshit fucking reasons, it just feels like you're lying to me and you feel like I'm stupid. And I don't like it. It's just ugh. But this has been going on for a good long minute now, ever since he announced he was coming to Michigan for the rallies with Abdul El Sayed and Summer Lee. And once again, I do just think also the hypocrisy of it all, because Democrats shouldn't go on Hassan's stream, and then they turn around and go on Bill Maher. Like, again, if you're gonna do this shit, you gotta apply it across the board as well. So pick a fucking lane. They won't. They'll just keep doing this bullshit dance, and I will keep being angry about it. So anyway, yeah, that's just that bullshit. I don't even know how long this is going to go. Hopefully we will be able to move on from this, although it'll just move on to the next time a politician decides to associate with Hassan, I guess. Like, people just say the weirdest things about him too. It's just like you can be fucking normal in your disdain for somebody. You know that, right? Like, if you don't like somebody, you can be normal about it. Like, whoever the fuck this is, Hassan Piker is like a locker room cancer. Few actually like him, and the negativity he brings is detrimental to the team's overall success. It might not be good for your bottom line to say it, but if you're in the business of helping Democrats win, you know it's true. Like, huh? Like, why? He's just a guy who streams, man. He's just some guy who streams. Y'all are giving him more clout than he actually has. I'm so done, dude. I'm done. Yeah, this was fucking
site. And I'll just give you a flavor.
Here, we can take a look at what she feels like, what that Sarah woman feels like are Hassan's worst moments, I guess.
Of some of the things that pop up from Hassan's critics that I have seen and that I think are quite terrible. So America deserved 9/11, dude. On China, he said,
Old, boring, move on, get a new line. like I don't even care. Like even if that was in context, the worst fucking context. Like let's say for thought experiment purposes, that Hassan actually said that in the worst context he could have said it in. Like he full on means it. He doesn't mean it in a blowback way. He just means it in a fuck America, fuck the people who died way. I honestly don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Have you heard the shit Donald Trump says about people? Have you heard the shit Israelis say about people? Have you heard the shit that just like the average American says about the average American says about a person they don't agree with? Like we are so far past that bullshit. Like I don't care. I don't care. We live in a fucking dog shit society where we treat each other like shit and we discuss each other like shit. We do not talk about each other in a humane way. Like, would it be a shitty thing to say? Sure. Am I going to lose sleep over it? Fucking no. Like I just like even in like the worst possible context, I just don't care. I just don't care. Like I don't care. It's a joke. It's a gag. It's a goof. And it's a really boring line of attack at this point.
As we hyper focus on the social repression or the civil liberties, or not even civil liberties necessarily, but free speech and things like that. But in terms of good governance, there's a lot we can learn from the way they perform out there.
That's just a fact. We're just getting mad at facts now. Like people really hate to hear someone say something positive about China. Get over it. Like if we fucking used our tax dollars better, we could have high speed rails too. And we wouldn't have to say that shit, but we do. So, oh well.
At least they get results. And he has a lot of very pro-China take.
The only reason you would think this is fucking bad is if you are actually just a piece of shit and you don't like China because it's China. Like, sure, blah blah, anti-communist, but also just fucking straight up racist. Just straight up racist. Like, you are just a racist piece of shit. You view China as less than. You do not think that they should be acknowledged for their accomplishments. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, it's just true. And having like, what's wrong with having pro-China fucking views? Like, truly, I wish somebody would ask her that question. I would like to hear her articulate the answer to me. What is the problem you have with that issue? Like, is it based on the ideology? Like, what is it based on? Walk me through it. I would like to understand your issue with anybody saying something positive about China. Like, what is the problem?
There's one that he says was a little bit taken out of context, but he says, doesn't matter if the fucking...
Okay, you already lost because you admitted that. Like, you can't do that. You can't come into the fucking conversation and say, this one was a little bit taken out of context, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You just admitted that it was taken out of context. How am I supposed to judge it when I know it's been taken out of context? Disregard it, dismissed, move on.
Rapes happened on October 7th. That doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other.
Again, even in like that's just true. Even if rapes happened on October 7th, doesn't justify a genocide. You don't get to do a genocide because somebody was raped. I think that's just a universal thing that we should all be willing to accept. That, you know, you don't get to do genocide for any reason.
Part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. I don't know what that means. He says Hamas is 1,000 times better than Israel. On Hezbollah, he said overall.
I mean, again, true. They haven't committed a genocide. Once you commit a genocide, you kind of lose all moral ground. You lose all moral standing. You no longer have a leg to stand on. You are a genocidaire. Please go away with a bullet. Like, what are we doing?
What's my favorite flag? Hezbollah. Look it up. I'm not even kidding. It's actually a dope flag. It's got an AK on it and a fuck.
I too would laugh at that. I too would laugh at that because you're also just getting mad at jokes. It's a joke. Have you ever heard a joke before? Probably not.
Hand holding it up. On Dan Crenshaw losing an eye in Afghanistan. What the fuck is wrong with this dude? I also dislike Dan Crenshaw, but I would not say this. Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because of some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? On Israel being full of inbreds. You are...
I mean, fuck Dan Crenshaw, so what do you want me to say about that? Again, have you heard what the Republicans say about people? Have you heard what the Republicans say about people they don't agree with? And you want me to be mad about that? Bro. It is 2026, dog. It is 2026. The big 2-6. It is a different era. We are in the post-Trump era. Not even the post-Trump era, but we are in like the post-Trump political era, the post-Trump political landscape. It does not matter. The shit does not matter. This shit is small potatoes. This shit is not even small potatoes. It is dust. It is literal nonsense. It does not matter.
Left with a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population. On Russia's annexation of...
Again, I got nothing for you. That's accurate. That's accurate. I mean, religious fundamentalists, like you're weird. Like you're kind of being a strange person. You're kind of an odd one. I'm gonna make accurate assessments of your behavior.
Crimea. Annexation of Crimea was absolutely a justifiable...
Like, this is a joke. I don't know how you hear what she is about to say and don't realize that this is a joke.
Annexation. What do you call Crimea? I call it part of Russian territory, bitch. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river.
Like, that's a joke. That's a joke. It's just it's a joke. He's a fucking Twitch streamer. Shocker. He makes jokes.
The annexation of Crimea was absolutely a justifiable annexation. On black people. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about. Black people care about this. Black people care about...
Like, I'm sure that was not taken out of context in any way, shape, or form. I'm sorry. Look, get back to me when Hassan does something genuinely racist, man. Like, the president was going around saying that Haitians were eating cats and dogs. Weigh them. Put them on a scale. Tell me which one you're going to take more seriously, please.
That, like, shut the fuck up. That's not how politics work. And then, I don't know if this is I don't know how to... I'm not going to rank these, but this one's a real doozy. Date rape is better if it happens to rich women. If you have these fucking millionaire, billionaire WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date rape to other billionaire, millionaire failed daughters is in some respects, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. Okay, Piker told off a listener who condemned the massacre on October 7th, a bloodthirsty, violent pig dog suck my dick. Okay, so that's the guy. That's the guy. I do not think any Democrat should look to include him in their coalition. And here's the thing. You mentioned my book at the top. I just wrote a whole book that...
Again, I really think she did this to shill her book. I think she just wanted to shill her book. She wanted to shill her book. She wanted to get her book some clout, some publicity. And she's saying, let me attack Hassan Piker. Let me really lead into this Hassan derangement syndrome era. And I'll have something. I'll get eyes on my book. That's why she keeps, okay, we get it. You have a book, okay? We get it.
It's going to come out in September. It is 300 pages. It's called How to Eat an Elephant One Voter at a Time. It is 300 pages about how you build a winning coalition. There's not a single paragraph that recommends cozying up to people like Hassan.
And who died and made you the fucking Pope, bro? I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were the all-seeing master on how to build a coalition. God, whatever did we do before you came into this world and told us how to build a coalition? We certainly have never built any coalitions before. Humanity has been sorely lacking the ability to build coalitions ever right until this lady, Sarah, whatever the fuck her name is, came into the world and gave us her book and said, here is how you build a coalition. Now we know how to build coalitions. We now have the tools. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for blessing us with the tools to build a coalition. We never would have figured it out otherwise. Fucking goddamn. Like, you're who are you? Who are you? Why should I listen to you? What have you done to prove your legitimacy? In fact, you have done things to make you look delegitimate.
Hassan Piker. I talk a lot about big tents. I talk a lot about a pro-democracy coalition. But here's the thing. Hassan Piker doesn't actually belong in the pro-democracy coalition. He's an illiberal guy. He's a China-Russia sympathizer who hates women, hates Israel. Like, he's all the toxic things. And I think, and I was listening to you last night, and I was like,
I love it when they throw in stuff like hating Israel or being anti-Zionist as part of the list of like bad things. He's like, he's misogynistic, he's illiberal, which is all bullshit also. But then they get to he's anti-Israel, he's all the bad things. Like, I'm sorry, one of those things is not like the other. One of these things is not like the other, and I think you know which one it is. Come on. One of these things is not actually a bad thing. Like being illiberal, I mean, debatable, but I mean, I mean, in the sense that like liberalism is, has sort of failed, and we are, seeing the results of that. But I get what you mean. You're trying to imply that he's like a fucking like Nazi. That's what you really want to say. What you really want to say is he's a Nazi. But you're tiptoeing around throwing the big one out there because you probably can't get away with that one just yet. So like, fuck it. Okay, a liberal. We'll put an asterisk next to that one. Okay. He's misogynistic. That's a bad thing. That's a net bad thing. That's a bad thing all across the table. Okay. So that's two technically bad things. And then you throw in, oh, he's anti-Israel. Well, see, the problem is that's not like an automatic bad thing. That's your opinion. Like, we can generally agree that being misogynistic is pretty shitty. Like, the average person recognizes that's a bad thing. But the average person does not recognize that being anti-Israel is a bad thing, because it's not. So for you to just throw it in there at the end and be like, huh, he's anti-Israel, like, oh, okay. You kind of told on yourself there. Like, you just keep doing this shit, dude.
I think my biggest problem with it, because I agree with you in some places, my biggest problem with it is I felt like you were soft selling who this guy is.
Someday we will be free. Someday we will be free. And then you've got the fuckers in the comments doing all their lovely shit, trying to make, all the... It's just... Hassan is an illiberal psychopath who hates the Democratic Party as much as the Republican Party. Why would Democrats give him the time of day? Once again, this is about getting rid of leftists, right? Hassan, they want Hassan out because it will signal to the rest of the leftists that they don't belong, that we don't belong. That's what they want to say. Now, in doing that, once again, if I decide to say fuck it, to pack my shit up and go home, and to leave you to your devices come November, come election night, and you lose, your candidate fucking loses, you're going to turn around and you're going to scream at me for months, for over a year, about how it's my fault because I didn't vote for Kamala. And it's like, bitch, first of all, most of us did vote for Kamala. I voted for Kamala. But even if I hadn't, that would be my fucking choice, because it's on her to earn the fucking vote. And I don't understand why this is so hard for people to grasp. Like, at some point, you have to accept that it is on the candidate to make a change, that it is on a candidate to make the decision to be better. And rather than just yelling at Hassan Piker every fucking 90 business days, you should be yelling at the fucking candidates. Go yell at Gavin Newsom. Go yell at fucking AOC. I don't give a fuck. Go yell at somebody who needs to be yelled at to have their position changed on something. Go yell at anybody. Like, anybody who matters. Oh. And doing all of this over fucking Michigan, the state where it arguably was the worst for them, the state where it arguably cost them the most to engage in this behavior before. Like, you just want to lose the state again. And I don't want to do that. I live here. Like, I don't like it when it flips red. It makes me sad. It makes me feel bad. It reminds me how many fucking Republicans there are in this goddamn state. I don't want to remember that. Fuck. So for the love of all things good, can we not make the state flip red again? Like, please. I can only do so much. I only have one vote, man. God damn. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. It's so ridiculous. It's never about anything real. It's never about anything tangible. It's never about any actual issue. It's always about bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of you making up bullshit. Okay. God damn, dude. Again, I cannot stress enough how much it is about getting rid of the left in the party. Like, that's it. It's about pushing the left out. They want to keep moving to the right. They want to keep moving, like here. There's this clip of that Sarah chick too that's been going around.
So I think it's amazing when you get, but here was the thing about the cheering that I loved. Speaking of Stonewall, but also I think it's amazing when you get 75,000 presumably libs on the ellipse, and she's like, "We're gonna have the most lethal fighting force," and people are like, "Yeah," and she's like, "And we're gonna secure the border," and people are like, "Yeah," and I was just like, "This is," and she's, "We are gonna be leaders in the world, and we're not going to let these guys push us around." And I was like, man, the world's really changed.
Did the neocons just take over the Democratic Party?
Don't say that.
Yeah, don't say it.
Like bruh. I tried to say like bitch and bro at the same time, and it just came out as like brr. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're trying to tell me that I don't belong here? Please shut the fuck up. Like, I'm done. I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from people like you. Pay your dues and get out and get over it. Like, how long have you even been a Democrat, bro?
I will. She is. Look, man, she's leaning into. I'm going mainstream. And whenever she does, there's a couple, price gouging or whatever. I'm like, boo.
Like, hello? That's the part you were like boo to, was the price gouging? Like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say, bro. I don't give a fuck what you have to say about Hassan, about anybody. God damn it, dude. Oh, man. And then Ryan Grimm, whenever Kamala Harris does something like price gouging, I'm like, boo, but also whatever. Sarah Longwell, the former Republican political operative, boasting that her faction has made Democrats more hawkish, and the cost of that is to once in a while have to hear something they don't like about corporate price gouging. It is one thing to be pro-price gouging because you are a corporate lobbyist. I understand that. But to try to pitch it as something that makes Democrats more electable is comical. So, like, bruh. Former Republican political operative. Like, you just decided you're a Democrat, like, last week, and now you're like, ooh, I get to do whatever the fuck I want over here, and tell you guys what to do with whatever the fuck you, and tell you guys to fuck off. Like, okay, that's cool. All right, no, that's great. I am going to probably wrap this up here because I am hungry. I'm hungry. I was gonna talk about this real quick, but I don't know if anybody else has been keeping up with that Nancy Guthrie case. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't think it would go on this long. So fascinating, interesting. I guess TMZ got another ransom note, which is insane. Not quite sure what that. Anyway, I don't know. That's a topic for another day. I'm gonna go. I need to eat. I need to get out of here. Bruh. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. Please do take care of yourself. Check out my most recent video if you haven't. Do all that lovely stuff. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you all later. Please and thank you and good